The United States is widely recognized as a global superpower, and it spends more on healthcare than any other nation. But the women and children in the US are dying at an alarming rate, especially when compared to other highly developed countries. In a comparison of 36 developed nations, the US ranked nearly at the bottom, in 33rd place for infant mortality rate, which is the number of babies who die within their first year of life. Pregnancy-related deaths, also known as maternal mortality rates, have been on the rise in the US since 2000, and it hasn't just risen, it's more than doubled. These high national averages are being driven up by disproportionately higher mortality rates affecting Black women and babies. Black babies are twice as likely to die within their first year of life compared to white babies, and Black women are over 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women. Health and medical issues are complex and multifaceted, and the problems we are facing with the crisis of modern maternal mortality have deep roots, starting with the very foundations of women's reproductive health. J. Marion Sims is recognized as the father of modern gynecology. He opened the first women's hospital in the mid-19th century, invented the vaginal speculum, a device still used in examinations today, and pioneered surgical techniques, most notably in vaginal fistula repairs, which were a painful but commonplace complication of difficult labor back in the mid-1800s. His work was instrumental in the development of our understanding of reproductive health in women's bodies. But the work that Sims did was based on years of extensive and repeated surgical experimentation performed on enslaved women and children without the use of anesthesia, pain medication, or consent. Sims operated under the misguided medical beliefs that Black people are biologically different to white people and that Black people felt less pain than white people. These ideas are blatantly false, but are still affecting how medical professionals treat patients of color today. Why are more Black women and babies dying when there's no biological basis for race? What it boils down to is stress. Stress is universal and not inherently bad. Stress triggers a release of chemicals in the body that help you respond to problems in your life. But when the human body experiences constant and repeated stress, like from discrimination or the challenges of growing up in poverty, it starts to take a physical toll. And that's what we call the allostatic load, or the amount of wear and tear that the body experiences as a result of stress. A high allostatic load directly leads to higher health risks within our population. It can manifest as elevated blood pressure, which in pregnant women becomes a major risk factor for several serious complications like preeclampsia, blood clots, hemorrhages, and death. For infants, stress on the mother often results in lower birth weights and developmental detriments. This internalization of external factors is why maternal and infant mortality rates are so indicative of disparity within a country's population. Institutionalized racism, inequality to access and quality of care, social hierarchies, and differential economic conditions are all contributing into a system of structural violence that is literally killing our Black women and babies.